oh, I'm just focusing on myself, bro. That was me at the beginning of 2023. Okay, right before the summer started. It was probably April. What's the month before April? March, April is when I started to be really consistent on monk mode. So I was waking up at the time I wanted to wake up, which at the time was 7 a.m. First thing I'd do is go to the gym. I'd come back, I would read, I'd focus on self-improvement, studying weightlifting, different muscle groups I need to build, studying what business I should try. I think that was around the time I stumbled on YouTube, actually, and I started doing this much more consistently. So around that time, I had thought that I should just focus on myself, and that's the best thing that I could do, right? And I was actually pretty damn good at it. I wasn't depressed just yet from monk mode, basically. So this actually yielded pretty high results. This is how I found out what business I wanted to do. And this was also how I figured out how to be consistent with sleep. I went through a lot of growth around this time last year. Okay, I'm definitely grateful for what I did. And then that summer, I went to Greece, family vacation. I hadn't been in 15 years. I have a lot of family in Greece. So we go for a month and a half, right? And it's great. Like, my cousins are there. We're going out very often. I'm going to see family at different parts of Greece, and each part of Greece has its own fucking beauty. Like, you go in the mountains and you see fucking mountains, and you go fucking 5 minutes down the street and you see the beach. And then we go to another part where it's fucking like freezing, and it's like, what the fuck? But I'm going out so often. Like, my social life has never been this lively, basically. And I'm talking to people. We're going on adventures and shit, like going to monasteries up in the mountains and going and doing different shit. I'm going to places, seeing shit that I never thought I'd fucking see. Beautiful roads. I mean, it's amazing. Like, I'm experiencing life basically how a human should at this point. And then I meet this girl, and she's amazing. She's a Greek girl. She speaks pretty good English, though. She's better than any American woman I had ever met. Okay. And I got her Instagram. We started going out, and I started dating this girl, basically. I made out with her. She was my first kiss, 20 years old. Imagine that. And that was summer of 2023. And we left. We ended on good terms, because I had to leave. So come back to America. And I'm like, all right, time to focus on my shit again. And I can't. I try waking up early, getting more consistent. And it's just because I've been out of it for so long. My sleep got fucked up in Greece. All these things. Took me a few months to get back to where I was on monk mode. But this time, I was depressed as fuck. I was like, this is terrible. Like, I don't want to do this. It wasn't like how it was before. I was doing probably the same things, but my mind was in such a completely different place. And it took me up until like early this year, like January, February 2024, right after getting back on monk mode, I was like, dude, what is my social life right now? Like, we were going on adventures and shit with, men, having fun, talking to women, all these things that I thought was like degenerate. And I was like, oh, you shouldn't do that. You should just focus on yourself, because business and Sigma male grind set, whatever stupid fucking reasons that I had in my own mind that were preventing me from living a social life. I completely ignored all that shit in Greece because the environment was different. I come back to my old environment and I realized just how shitty it was. So I started being more social. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I have only recently started going out much more often with the intention of meeting new people, trying to be more social, talking to women, obviously, trying to get my friends to do shit, trying to make memories, have fun, for only a few hours a week. You know what I mean? And now I'm more productive than I've ever been. And I realize why. And I also realized why the first time I was on monk mode, before summer, why that I didn't feel the negative effects mentally from it. And it's because it was my own self-delusion, right? Like, I had convinced myself basically that this was a Sigma male grind set shit. I was watching all those fucking, red pill, black pill, Sigma male videos. You know what I'm talking about. That meme was pretty big back then, but sorry, it seeped through into like real culture. And you're probably in the same boat as me, or where I was in 2023. You might think that you're on monk mode and that you're being so productive, but you've deluded yourself. You don't realize just how much you're missing out on, how much better you could be doing if you were more social. I think you just might not see that the same way I didn't see it. You might be too influenced by this Sigma male online meme shit. You know what I mean? Where you think you're just focusing on yourself and you're the fucking underdog and You're going to beat everybody in a few years' time. In reality, that's not true. I'm going to beat you in a few years' time. I'm more productive than you. I talk to more people. I have better mental health. I got fucking Riz, bro. I'm going to find your future wife and I'm going to take her from you. You might think that's cringe. Bro, I'm going to steal her. She doesn't think that's cringe. She thinks I have Riz. And meanwhile, you're inside, sat on your fucking laptop thinking you're on self-improvement when you're not even improving your social skills. You're not even improving your fucking skills with women. Like self-improvement, a big part of it is being likable, a likable person, being an interesting person, being funny, being somebody who's sociable. What happens when you need a network with high-value people or with high-value women? What then? You haven't been doing anything to improve your social skills. You're literally autistic. Like, you don't want to do the things that are uncomfortable, which is, for you and for me, is going out and talking to people, getting over the fear of social anxiety and social anxiety itself. Just getting over all these stigmas that you have in your own mind. You need to get over that. You need to go out and be more social. You need to be good in a social environment. It's crucial. If you're not, you're going to fall behind. And I'm going to steal your future wife. And I'm going to steal all your friends. And I'm going to surpass you in business. Because you're going to be sat there with shit mental health, not knowing how to talk to anybody. And it's just going to be shitty for you. Like, I don't know what to tell you if you're not on board with this already. You need to understand that if you just took a step back and realized that you could be living a much better life, you could be living a life how a human is supposed to be. You're supposed to be fucking social. If you realize that, you would go right into this fucking lifestyle that I'm trying to push you into. And it's great. It doesn't matter if you're working 2 times as hard as your competition, but if you're not in good mental health, if you're not social, which if you're not social, you're not in good mental health, I'm sorry. You could be working 10 times as hard. You're just not going to make it. You're not going to be in these social circles. You're not going to meet these women that you want to marry. It's just not going to happen for you. So you could get all the money in the world, but if you're depressed, it really doesn't fucking matter, does it? By the way, if you don't already know who I am, my name is Nonda. I've made a lot of progress on self-improvement for the past 2-3 years of my life, and I'm kind of just passing that on. I have a free online community. If you click the link in the description on a website called School. It's kind of like Discord, but like way more mature. You can make posts. I can make posts. I have a bunch of free courses uploaded on there. And there's a bunch of dudes in there that you can talk to and make posts, compete against each other, skyrocket your own improvement. There's no reason not to join. It's free, insane value. I have the mindset course that I made on there. I spent like a whole month. Is like 8 pages in Google Docs, and it's all for free. So go join that.